Porto, time to talk about cricket, women's cricket. So we thought, let's go straight to the top of the tree, Baz.
Boom.
So I said, let's get the captain of the Scorpions in. Jemma Barsby joins us. Gemma, how are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. Thanks for having me.
No, it's great that you're here. Just for the viewers, let's go a little bit about you first, and then we'll get on to the Scorpions. So, grew up in Queensland. Dad was a cricketer. Is that what drew you to cricket, hanging around with Dad?
Yeah, I guess it played a part, but I was very fortunate as a young kid that I had no pressure or expectation to play cricket. It was kind of just got thrusted in there and went to the junior club that Dad played for and had a go, and yeah, kind of fell in love with it there. But yeah, I was very fortunate from my parents that there was no pressure to play cricket, but yeah, fell in love and caught the bug.
Was there any other sports before cricket that you jumped on board with?
Yeah, so Dad and Mum used to play hockey as well. So it'd be cricket in the summer, hockey in the winter. So yeah, it was quite nice. You'd go out there, just run around. It would keep me fit for cricket. So yeah, I really enjoy it, but unfortunately can't do that anymore.
Very humble, very humble. She said there was no expectation, but at 15, she's playing senior cricket for Queensland.
Yeah, exactly right.
A year later, she's in the Australian team.
A little bit of expectation.
Yeah, there might be a bit of pressure in there anyway. Yeah, sorry.
Dad was a good player. Dad was a really good player. He opened the batting for Queensland. You wouldn't have seen much of him?
Oh, he likes to bring out the tapes every now and then when I go back. Yeah. He's like, oh, I'm bored. I'll just chuck on a tape and watch some cricket highlights from back in the day and reminisce. But yeah, it was kind of exciting. He said he'd always used to go out there and used to like to take the game on, and especially probably back in those days, it wasn't as much as what it is now. So yeah, it's pretty exciting to hear some of the stories from back then as well.
Yeah, he was a very aggressive player. A lot of Queensland produced a few of them.
Aggressive.
Really aggressive. Well, really aggressive.
How would you describe aggressive, Gemma? Are you an aggressive player?
Oh, as soon as I cross the boundary line, I get a bit of white line fever. So.
You got to have it though, don't you? You got to have that little bit of white line.
So I'm interested in this part for you, Gemma. We were talking before we came in. So left arm bat, right arm bowler, but can bowl left and right. So you're kind of unique, and you play golf right-handed. So is there a dominant for you, or are you just really efficient either side?
Yeah, I'd probably say I'm more dominant right-handed. So yeah, it's a bit odd that I can bat left-handed. There's probably times where I question if I can actually bat left-handed. So I probably should just go to right-handed because I can switch hit to right-hand as well. So yeah, it's a bit odd, but yeah, use it to my favour.
We're starting to see a little bit more of that in the cricket, though, haven't we? Where the players now, in the Big Bash and in your league, where from time to time they will just switch over.
Yeah, it's exciting, but it's also frustrating as a bowler because, yeah, batters are starting to hit 360, so you're having to then work out ways as a bowler to adapt to that, especially with your fields, because we can only have 4 out where the men can have 5, so it's a bit easier to adapt to that. So for us, yeah, when people are starting to play the reverses and then they can sweep and stuff like that, it's very challenging, but it's an exciting challenge as well.
You know, I saw a wicket that you picked up bowling left-arm orthodox. So you're a right-arm off-spinner, but you picked up a wicket, you knocked over, I'm not sure of it.
Alice, yeah.
That's her name, yeah. As a left-arm orthodox. Was that a plan to do that to her, or was it you bowled a bit of right arm at her first and thought, hang on, I might be able to... Did you change, what I'm getting at, did you change midstream?
So yeah, that's especially with all the technology these days, we have meetings beforehand of what batters' strengths and weaknesses are, and we kind of identify who is weaker at the left arm as compared to others. So yeah, we knew a game plan going in that if she was out there when I was bowling, then it's definitely a plan, and yeah, thankfully it came off that day.
It came off beautifully. You knocked her over. It was a good piece of bowling. Now, I just wondered when you decided to do that. Can you do that in a game? You can't do it in the middle of an over, can you?
Yeah, you can.
You can.
Unfortunately, you have to tell the umpires because it's a batter's game, so you got to help them as much as you can. So
this is getting beautiful. I love this, Phil. It's a batter's game. You know,
absolutely.
When you get 73 off 62 against New South Wales as a batter.
Yeah. Slogger.
So which one do you want it, mate? Do you want it as the batter or the bowler? Which one do you want?
Depends on the day.
Hey, let's talk about the Scorpions. Season's in a break now. They unfortunately lost in the grand final to Tassie by 1 run, so we'll just brush over that because I know you don't want to talk about that.
It's a polite way to put it.
Yeah, I'm trying to be polite for you. Season, recruit a couple of players. It's going to be an exciting team.
Yeah, absolutely. We've been able to keep the foundation, which is the most exciting part, and then we bring in 3 new girls as well. Obviously, Anisu played for us at the end of last year, and then we've got Courtney Neal and Eleanor LaRosa coming in as well. So we're bringing a bit of firepower with our bowling. So yeah, it's an exciting time, and hopefully we can build from the final last year.
Jimmy, you've had a little bit of experience with travelling with Australia A as well. Your career's been quite, well, it's been spectacular, really. If you read from your junior right up until, you've been to Dubai with the Australian A team, there's been some good cricket you've played. Where next for you?
Yeah, it's exciting. Obviously, I'm starting to go down the leadership aspect with captaincy and stuff, so that's been an awesome challenge for me. I never probably pictured myself to be a captain, so to be able to go down there, learn that, and get around the players and how it all works and operates. It's been an exciting challenge, tough at times, but I really enjoyed that, and I just kind of want to keep bettering myself and be consistent. It's probably where I've lacked over the last couple of years, is being consistent with my game, with bat and ball. So that's probably the big driving factor, is to really step up as a captain, but then to lead with performances with bat and ball as well.
Okay. Now, you've been with Brisbane. Obviously, you're from Queensland. You've also been to Perth and played there. How did we get Jemma Barsby to the Scorpions? How did all that happen?
Yeah, it was obviously because I started playing at 15 and I played with Queensland for 8 years, and I kind of got to that stage where I felt like my career was kind of really going nowhere. I was kind of plateauing a bit, and that's where I was like, right, I feel like I need a bit of a fresh change, and I dipped my toes in by going to Perth and seeing a different culture, different coaching staff and setup. So that's kind of like dipped my toes in there, and then obviously the opportunity came here of, I guess, having a fresh start, new environment. Luke Williams, the coach, just an absolute cracking guy, and coach, the way he coaches as well, kind of really excited me, and to have such a young group here was kind of just, what led me here.
So did you get a phone call from the Sackers? Or someone contacted you? Was it a surprise?
Yeah, they contacted me, which was quite nice. It kind of got to that point where, Queensland obviously offered me a contract, and I was kind of weighing up at that point as it was, being like, I feel like, like I said, I was plateauing a bit, and I was like, okay, I feel like I need a bit of a fresh start. But obviously moving away from your family and stuff, where that was probably where, like, you're tossing up, like, can I do that, whatnot. So, Saka have been amazing of trying to make sure I felt really welcomed, because Josie Dooley moved down at the same time as well as we. So it was kind of nice to have her, and we moved down together. We lived together for the first, I think, year, and then, went our separate ways. But it was quite nice to have that connection there, haven't looked back.
Hey, Jemma, I'm interested, at 15, you talked about contracts. It's a funny thing, isn't it? At 15 you played for Queensland. Contracts in Queensland when you were 15?
Oh, there was, but it was very minimal to what it is now.
So you've seen the growth. 27 now, so you're kind of in that really nice phase where women are getting recognised more, cricket travelling more, money's in it.
Yeah.
Could you see it at that time? I mean, you played because you loved it. Now you still love it, but now you get financially rewarded. Can you wind the clock back briefly and go, I'll just play and then I'll retire because I'll have to get a job?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm very lucky and fortunate that I've been able to see both sides of it, and I really love that I have been able to experience it, because it kind of grounds you at the same time, where, you obviously get to see how the contracts are going up. You're like, this is really cool, this is exciting, but then you kind of have to stop yourself to then appreciate where it's come from, and the past players and what they've been able to establish for us to where we've been able to achieve now. So, it's pretty cool to be able to not have to stress and actually be able to fully commit. And you're seeing that with the quality of cricket now that we're being able to produce, that if you're putting the money into us, the performances come out of it, which is pretty cool.
Full-time.
Also part of your leadership growth, I would think, too, as well, to be able to pass that information on to the players that are walking into the game now and earning big dollars. That, hey, once upon a time, I was getting £1.50. Or whatever, if you know what I mean. So it's great for your leadership.
I don't think Jemma goes back to pounds.
Well, okay. If you know what
I'm pretty sure you've got excellent camouflage.
But I think that's really important, that these guys know that it was tough, really tough at the start.
Yeah, absolutely. And you got to remind a few of the young ones coming through, especially with your off-field stuff as well, that you really want to make sure you continue to achieve the off-field goals as well, instead of when you get to the end of your career then you got nothing, and then you're struggling. So it's trying to keep them humble in that aspect as well to achieve your goals off the field as well.
And we don't put any pressure on the captain, but you lost by a run to Tassie, and this year with the captain, so
which we're not happy about.
We'd just be expecting a win, wouldn't we?
That's
Just
right.
expecting a win.
That's right.
Gemma. So
Let's hope
I
so.
really appreciate your time coming in.
Good on you, Jem.
We'll follow the Scorpions with great interest. Hopefully we get you in a couple of times during the season. You can let the viewers know how well the Scorpions are going. Stay with us, still a bit more to come.